And there's been a lot of, I don't want to say scrutiny over that rule, but a lot of scrutiny. I thought I got concussed. And there's been a lot of, I don't want to say scrutiny over that rule, but a lot of scrutiny,
Real, official, authentic sports takes. Roast Network.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Roast Network. So this is something I stumbled across. Pat Mcafee's reaction to the Dre Greenlaw ejection. Most people thought this was a ridiculous call, saying things such as, "I've never seen this before. Is this something new in the NFL?" Let's dive into it and see what he said now. And we'll take a look at something he said a few years ago.
Is this the precedent now? Are they starting a new standard? I guess this rule was initiated this year because I always thought this was a college football thing.
Right.
Because 4 years ago, college football instituted the targeting rule. There was no actual common sense thought in it. It was like, hey, if they lower their head at all and they hit with the crown of their helmet, they're ejected. If they go helmet to helmet above the shoulder or helmet anywhere above the shoulder area, they're ejected.
What's the rule state exactly?
The NFL Senior Vice President of Officiating, Walt Anderson, confirmed to pool reporter Matt Barrows that Dre Greenlaw's ejection last night came from New York. He was already down by contact. We felt like the actions he took were flagrant in nature, and that was the reason for disqualification. I thought I got concussed. Now, what Walt just said there goes completely against what every other human who has ever been tied to the NFL said on the internet last night, including coaches, players, and even, I would assume, former refs.
Watch both guys' reaction.
Precedent. This is now the standard. And I understand it's a quarter precedent. This is now the standard. And I understand it's a quarter precedent. This is now the standard. And I understand it's a quarterback. And it was a scary hit. Call 15. Completely cool with 15. But an ejection is absurd because now, that was obviously a helmet to helmet. 15 yards is for sure. But as soon as you start getting into the ejection game, it's like, who says?
You want answers?
And what happens in big game?
You want answers?
It's just a new precedent. This is a new standard, and it's going to get dicey, I think, if they continue to do as such. I don't think this is a good play. I think it's a bad play.
I know what I said.
By the NFL even adding this into the repertoire. When did this start? When did this start happening?
You want answers?
Because I've been covering college now, pretty tightly. I'm like, college, yeah. College is definitely... And I thought I was losing it. I thought I got concussed. I thought I was in CT. I'm like, did we miss something? We certainly did, I guess. And puts his head like this and goes right into the side or the temple or the face of somebody. I think, okay, the world would be like, all right, we get it. If that's what you're setting a precedent for, it was clear and obvious that he was trying to take that person's soul with that particular hit. Can't have it again, we understand. The rule has apparently been on the books since 2018. Since 2018.
Yeah, I did not know this. There have not been many ejections at all. I guess there was one player who was a safety, Sean Williams for the Bengals, was ejected in 2018 for a hit on Andrew Luck for a helmet.
Why are we putting more? Why add more to the?
You want answers?
So does Pat McAfee have a concussion?
I know what I said. You want answers? I know what I said. You can't handle the truth.
So the truth is, in 2016, we had the Vontaze Burfict on Antonio Brown. That started the NFL Rules Committee looking into this. So now let's see what Pat McAfee said in 2019 about Vontaze Burfict.
No. All you have to do is you can go up there and just tap him. He's on the ground. He's down.
And Vontaze Burfict is going to be ejected. Let's take another look.
You want answers? I know what I said.
I thought I got concussed.
You want answers? I know what I said. You want answers?
I thought I got concussed. Vontaze Burfict, we are sick of the way you play football. You tried to decapitate Jack Doyle. I thought I got concussed.
So that's how Pat felt in 2019 when it was Vontaze Burfict. He was all for it. I've heard people such as Kyle Shanahan was in shock over Dre Greenlaw being ejected. Not really sure he should have been It happened twice to him in the span of a month in 2019.
Adrian Colbert ejected from the game for that hit on Cedric Wilson.
San Francisco, number 56, has been disqualified.
Leading with the head is going to lead to ejections in the NFL in 2019, and we have our first one of the season.
Whether we agree with it or not, that is the rule. It has been enforced. When the Greenlaw hit happened, I was not shocked.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 37. That player has been disqualified from the ball game.
I could recall, like I said, 5 or 6 players off the top of my head in the past few years who have been ejected for hits just like that. So even big guys like Pat Mcafee are out there just kind of saying stuff just to be saying stuff. And this is pretty much why Roast Network was established. Real, authentic sports takes. Stand by it. In 2019, he was well aware of the rule and in full support of it. For some reason in 2022, as he mentioned, everyone on the internet was shocked by it, so he decided to be shocked by it. This is not a new rule. This is not a new enforcing of the rule. I believe there's been somewhere close to 32 players ejected over the past years under this rule. Do I think Dre Greenlaw should have been ejected? Probably, because of the rule. A big thing, the more I watch this play, is that you do see the intent by Dre Greenlaw. And when you look more closely at the Dre Greenlaw play, you can see everyone else starts to pull up. Watch Joey Bosa. He knows the play is over. He pulls up. A lot of people have mentioned Jimmy Ward affected the strike zone. If you actually look close, Jimmy Ward probably saved Justin Herbert's life. If Jimmy Ward doesn't hit Justin Herbert and move him over about a foot, Dre Greenlaw's shoulder and helmet go straight directly into a head-on impact with Herbert's face. There's 2 ways to tackle. You wrap up or you hit. When you hit, you always load the shoulder you're going to hit with, which is something that was a common factor in pretty much every ejection that you see, including the Vontaze Burfict hit. You see here, clenched fist, bent elbow, loading that shoulder for a hit. It happens over and over in almost every one of these ejections. The clenched fist, loading that shoulder to deliver a hit.
I thought I got concussed.
Well, that's all we got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of Roast Network. Check out all the videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's try to get some comments. You guys have a great day.